Dave, you'll have come into today wanting to win the game, but how big a point could that just prove to be come the end of the season?
Hopefully really important. That only becomes the case if we take care of what the next four games hold for us. Because we weren't at our best by any stretch, and that's credit to them in terms of how they went about it. And it looked like it was going to be a frustrating day for us, frustrating afternoon. Probably similar to what Barrow was when you come in full of hope, and we were a little bit flat. So to get the goal and have the opportunity to potentially go and win it, although the game did get very stretched at the end, it was like a basketball game, which wasn't a good watch. Hopefully we're really important, and I suppose I'm saying the same as what potentially Carlisle would have said before this weekend's fixture and ourselves, that for us 4 points from 2 difficult away games would be a good return. We still have the opportunity to do that, so we go into Tuesday again looking to win and looking to make it a good return from, like I say, 2 really tough trips.
And as you say, at 1-0, the pattern of the game could have gone the same way of Barrow, of maybe Wimbledon and Grimsby, the games away there, but it seemed to be a much more positive response from your side this afternoon.
We've said about, and we've spoken about this between the group around, there's going to be some adversity. You have to move on. Like I said, just obviously made change at half time. Feelings we were flat. Like I say, we were flat in terms of how we were going about it. We were making poor decisions. Yeah, we didn't have a natural left-footed left side centre back, if you like, which probably meant that when we were coming down this side it stagnated a little bit, but you just get feelings in football through experience of how games might go, and after 60 minutes the feelings I thought I was getting were right, but like I say, we've rolled the dice in terms of changed shape probably 3 or 4 times. We've got different personnel on the pitch, and thankfully we've got ourselves a goal, which, like I say, will hopefully be an important goal and an important point for us.
And credit to Will Collar as well. I think we all saw Paddy Madden setting himself to shoot, but Will's taking control of the situation. A brilliant header.
Yeah, it was difficult to see what was going on. There's so many bodies in there, and then even then the lad who tries to clear it off the line. Thankfully, you see the net bulge, and that's like I say, based on, I suppose, performance. And listen, I've just looked at the data from the game, and listen, maybe I've seen the game wrong in terms of what it looked like. We'll obviously watch it back and we'll pick out the bits we need to pick out, but ultimately we've come to a really difficult place to come, as stats tell you, over the last 4 months, and we go on with, like I say, a point. Like I say, we've got to make sure that becomes an important point, and we'll do that by controlling what we can do.
Having been so solid in recent months, is there frustration potentially at the manner of the goal that you did concede a couple of individual mistakes at the back?
It goes back to what was, I suppose, earlier in the season, in terms of when you come up against good teams and when you step up the levels, mistakes more often than not get punished. To be fair, today there were probably other mistakes that we didn't get punished for, so we've got to, like I say, take that. You're not going to go for every single game and not concede. Unfortunately, like I say, we did. Poor goal from our perspective, but we can analyse and overanalyse. We have to park it and we have to move on. That goal won't be the sort of definitive for us in terms of where we are with 4 games to go. 4 tough games, but 4 big opportunities, and we have to do what we can in them games. The aim for us is still to win them all, and if we win them all, then I think we're finishing the top 3. Maybe, hopefully it'll take a little bit less than that, but our target first and foremost is to go to Carlisle on Tuesday and try and get 3 points.
Frustration seemed to boil over a little bit towards the end. Ryan Johnson, very out of character, seemed to be upset about something. What can you tell us about that?
Listen, it was a competitive game. It was a competitive atmosphere. I've obviously done something to upset the Gillingham fans, because I was getting pelters down the side, and I apologise for not being able to understand their accent, but they probably can't understand mine. I think everyone was embroiled, although from their perspective potentially there wasn't a great deal on the game. Neil's got them fighting and making things really difficult, and we wanted to stand up to that. I thought, like I say, even though from a home fan's perspective they'll say the referee was this, that and the other, dead easy, and you probably expect a little bit of referee to be slightly swayed by people baying for him, which was the case at the time. But I thought he did really well in terms of the decisions that were made. It would have been easy to become embroiled in the situation and what it was, but it didn't. I think what's happened there is Dieng's fouled Jono, and then listen, I've not seen it back, but apparently he's put his foot towards his head, whether it's put his studs on his head or something. Now, got two people on the floor, so that's me, having not seen it, saying there's two people on the floor, you might have tried to jump over, I have no idea. And probably from Jono's perspective, when you're lay on the floor with a player at your back, you've no idea whether he's tried to stand on your head or whether he's tried to avoid you or whatever else not. So I think their play was pretty apologetic around it, and they seemed to move on after there'd been a little bit of handbags. But I suppose it just summed up the latter part of the game, really. Two teams doing everything they can to try and get 3 points, try and go and get that winning goal. There's no damage done, and we move on from it. Nobody's got hurt. Like I say, no one know whether it's intentional, whether it's anything like that. So from my perspective, certainly it's parked. We take our point and we get on the bus and start a long trip home.
It all sets things up nicely for Carlisle now. I think that game's been earmarked as a while as potentially the biggest game of the season. in terms of the race for automatic promotion, does it feel like a must-win?
I don't know. Like I say, I've said if we win all four, then I think we finish in the top three. If we win 3 and draw 1 and get to 80 points, you'd probably be a little bit unlucky not to finish in the top 3. Like I say, personally, even from a long time back, I thought 81 would be the sort of number. So if we don't win it, one thing for certain, we can't get to 81. But we'll see where we are. We're going to go there to win, but I'm sure they're going to do exactly the same. It's two good teams that are in the position there in the table for the right reasons. I'm sure it'll be a brilliant atmosphere. I'm sure we'll travel in our numbers, and they've certainly been getting big crowds. So everything to look forward to. And like I say, we'll go there and be positive, and hopefully come back with 3 points that'll put us in a great position.
Appreciate your time, Dave. Thanks for talking.
Cheers, thank you.